I hope you're sitting down because today I'm going to ceramic tile my workbench. I'm just pulling your leg. Though a ceramic tile top certainly would be a great way to breathe new life into an old welding table, wouldn't it? Lay them out in a pretty pattern, drive them all down with some sheetrock screws. This is going to be quick. And I realize this is very off topic for this channel, but the boss put in a ticket for some tile work, and if I have to do it, you're going down with me. I thought I'd share a little trick. I didn't invent this trick, it's not new, but as great as I think it is, I don't really see a lot of people using it. And again, I don't really spend a lot of time with the tile people, not to be confused with mole people. To illustrate this a little better, I've rotated all the tiles almost 45 degrees. You can imagine you're laying down a diamond pattern and maybe you didn't get it just right. What we're talking about is cutting tiles to fill all of these empty spots, where you've run up against the wall, baseboards, trim, radiators, kids' toys, whatever. If you've ever put down tile, there's always something in your way. In my dramatic reenactment here, let's assume that these are the walls I'm working up to. I'm talking about having to lay out and cut all those little pieces that fit in the oddball areas a whole tile won't get into. Now, usually you'd see people measuring it out, tile by tile. Maybe in this case, taking the two remaining dimensions, marking that out on a tile, striking a line, and then running over the wet saw to cut that out. This trick requires no tape measure, no ruler, no square. You won't need your veneer protractor, digital angle gauge, or sign bar. Nothing except a piece of cardboard and a pencil, or maybe a marker. You do you. For this demonstration, I'm just going to use a piece of cardboard. If you were really going to do this, use something that might hold up to the wear and tear. Some plastic, some MDF, thin plywood, stuff like that. This will be striking a lot of lines. You don't want it to get all tattered. Anyway, what you do is you lay the tile down and you place it at 45 degrees. Now that I think about it, I think I've only ever used this for a diamond pattern. But if you're laying out a floor at 15 degrees, I don't know. I think you might have to lay your tile at that angle. I'll let you think about that, but I'm doing a diamond pattern, so I'm going to set this up at the same angle. Now what I'll do is add the thickness of the grout line I'd like to work with. Maybe you want to make it 1/8 of an inch, 3/16, 1/4 of an inch. Whatever your grout line is, add it to 2 of the corners. So there and there. Now I'm just going to connect the dots. Give me a second just to cut that out. And that's it. The template ideally is nice and square and the size of your tile diagonal plus 1 grout line. You'll want to take care that your template is the right size, nice and square, nice and clean, all that stuff. Any error in your template will propagate through to all of your tiles. Now to use this, you just put tiles down sort of next to the place you want to fit them to. I usually do 2 or 3 at a time, but feel free to go crazy. Align the tiles you want to cut to the tiles you already have glued down as closely as possible, not the way I'm showing you here. So for example, this one looks a little bit crooked. It's also crooked. I'm going to straighten them out a little bit. Personally, I only do, again, 2 or 3 at a time, but this is just to drive the point home as fast as I can. Then you just take your template, bump it up against your wall or the leg of your dining room chair, whatever you're trying to tile around, and just start striking your lines. Now those lines are probably hard to see, so let me highlight them for you. That's where we make the cut. Now I'm not going to cut these because I actually need them, so let's use some CGI. That piece goes there. The next piece goes there. That little piece will fill in that little corner. The corner piece we struck goes in the corner, and the rest follows suit. Here we did 2 walls at once, so we're missing 2 pieces, so we just repeat this for the 2 missing pieces. That's it. No measuring, no writing anything down, no cutting, testing, and refitting. If your template is good, your cuts will be good. At least better than my graphics, I hope. But try it yourself, it really does work and is a ton faster. Now that gets all the pieces to fit, doesn't mean your wall or your floor will end up flat, or your tile work any good. But I use this trick to tile my entire bathroom. Sure, the tiles stick out, but they all fit. I just tell people it's a feature. If someone slips, they'll have somewhere to grab onto. Anyway, that's it. Nothing groundbreaking. Oh, one sec. Sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry, I was just getting all this stuff together. What do you mean, why not? You said we were laying tile today. Euphemism.